Good afternoon. We're convening the Joint Committees on Transportation and Culture and the Arts and Energy, Economic Development and Tourism on our joint 3 p.m. agenda here in State Capitol Conference Room 224. We have one bill on the agenda, SB 370, relating to electric vehicle charging systems. And testifying first is the Hawaii State Energy Office. Good afternoon.
Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee, Hawaii State Energy Office, standing on our testimony in support. I would just note that public or charging infrastructure in general is one of the biggest barriers to EV adoptions, and Hawaii currently has the second worst ratio in the country in terms of the amount of chargers to EVs. So we support this bill and want to see more charging infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Hawaiian Electric. Good afternoon.
Sharia Matt Comber for Hawaiian Electric Company. We stand in support of this bill. One of the comments we do have is that we do believe HB 2012 is stronger of a bill. We do want to just make sure that that aggregation can't happen even by county, because as we had an example yesterday, what if all of the charging is just concentrated in Honolulu? We know we need charging in Kailua, Kaneohe, and other parts of the island. So HB 2012, having that statewide exemption and loophole closed would really ensure that we have that geographic distribution of charging infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next is the Retail Merchants of Hawaii.
Present on Zoom, Chair.
Okay, thank you. That's everyone who signed up to testify. Is there anyone else wishing to testify this afternoon? If not, are there any questions? Just one for Energy Office. In trying to figure out some of the barriers that you're talking about to EV adoption, permitting seems to be an issue. Is there a path here for some sort of expedited permitting process that might be created?
Well, like solar installations, that is something that should always be explored. There is, from what I've been hearing or in dealing with our commercial customers, especially, getting permits for EV charging is one of the bigger barriers to getting EV infrastructure in the ground.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, there's no further questions. Why don't we recess?
Glenn
is on his way.
All right, we're convening the Committee on Transportation, Culture, and the Arts. On our 3:01 p.m. agenda, we have two bills up, SB 2657 and SB 2841. Up first is SB 2657 relating to Makahiki Commemoration Day. Testifying first, we have no one signed up to testify, but noting all testimonies in support, is there anyone here in the room with us who would like to testify this afternoon? Please come forward.
My name is Kaliko Baker, Dr. Kaliko Baker. I submitted testimony, but I figured I was in town, I was going to show up. So I wanted to give my full support, and if there's any sort of consultation needed in regards to the Makahiki bill, I could help that. 30 years of Makahiki practice, I could maybe help you guys out if you need just some words of what's going on. And Molokai, of course, always big on Molokai. Yeah. So you can try to rally up the troops around this if we can.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, Malani.
Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
Is there anyone else wishing to testify in this measure here with us? All right, if not, why don't we take a quick recess out of our 3:01 p.m. agenda and go back to decision-making on our 3 p.m. agenda, joint with Energy, Economic Development, and Tourism. Relating to electric vehicle charging systems. So chairs having conferred, we'd like to recommend moving this measure forward with amendments, adopting the HECO language in their recommendations, which mirrors House Bill 2012 HD1 for the First Amendment. Secondly, we want to adopt or add a focus on tasking the Hawaii State Energy Office, who oversees the Ground Transportation Working Group, which is an existing task force on EV infrastructure, to develop plans for EV charging on each neighbor island to meet the goals of 225 P8C1. And then finally, also have that Ground Transportation Working Group develop an expedited permitting process for EV charging, which the entities responsible for permitting shall implement. So any discussion on that? If not, Acting Vice Chair.
On SB set 370, Chair's recommendation for TCA is to pass with amendments. Chair Lee.
Aye.
Vice Chair Inoue is excused. Senator Elefante.
Aye.
I vote aye. Senator Awa, excused. Chair recommendations adopted.
Thanks.
Committee on Energy, Economic Development, and Tourism, same request. Chair votes aye.
Vice Chair votes yes. Senator Fukunaga, excuse. Senator Kim, excuse. Senator Favela.
Yes.
Yay. Chair, your recommendation is adopted.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So that takes us out of our 3 p.m. agenda decision-making. We're gonna go right back into our 3:01 p.m. agenda. We were on Senate Bill 2657 relating to Makahiki Commemoration Day. We had heard testimony. Is there anyone else wishing to testify on 2657? If not, are there any questions? Questions, Dr. Baker? Yes. Yeah.
You can come back up if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here and thank you for your testimony. So to clarify, you have one recommended amendment that the recognition day should be in October, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, because that coincides with the initial start date of Makahiki, starting time of Makahiki. It would be based sort of on a lunar calendar, so Ikuwa on the Hua nights. So it would be sort of floating like Easter does. Similar to that. Yeah.
Thank you,
All new.
Dr. Baker. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. All right, if there's no further questions, let's move on to the second measure, Senate Bill 2841 relating to Water Safety Day. And there's no one signed up to testify, but all the testimony is in support. IT, is there anyone online wishing to testify?
No one on Zoom, Chair.
Okay, thank you. All right, well, there being no one to ask questions of, why don't we then go into decision-making on our 2 measures before us, starting with Senate Bill 2657 relating to Makahiki Commemoration Day. I'd like to recommend moving this forward, acknowledging the suggestion raised by one of the testifiers. So we want to pass this with amendments, blanking out the day specified in the measure. So we'll pull that out for now until we can get some further clarity on the commentary raised in the testimony. And so we'll note in the committee report for the next committee to take a look at which particular day and month this ought best to fall in, October or November, pursuant to that discussion. So any discussion? If not, Acting Vice Chair.
To pass SB 2657 with amendments, Chair Lee.
Aye.
Vice Chair Inoue is excused. Senator Elefante.
Aye.
I vote aye. Senator Awa is excused. Chair recommendations adopted.
Thank you. And finally, moving on to the last measure, SB 2841 relating to Water Safety Day, which designates May 15th as Water Safety Day. All testimony being in support. Recommendation is to pass as is. There's no discussion. I'll vote aye.
SB 2841 pass as is. Senator Lee votes, or Chair Lee votes aye. Senator Inoue is excused. Senator Elefante.
Aye.
I vote aye. Senator Awa is excused. Chair recommendation adopted.
All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone. We're adjourned.